I'm from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I have the privilege of working with a number of Māori communities that are doing amazing work in restoration, particularly of catchments, rivers, lakes, working particularly in the north of the North Island, but also joining up with other people who are doing work in other local communities throughout Aotearoa, New Zealand. The work is very much based from an Indigenous point of view, so it comes from kaupapa Māori, from a Māori base. It's driven and led by the people in those local communities. I think a key feature is that people get drawn into these projects, so a range of people with different skills and different knowledge come together to work on the restoration of the environments. I think one of the things that it does, obviously we're a colonised people, so one of the things that happened is loss of land, loss of language, although that is being revitalised, and the common story of colonisation. One of the things that goes along with that is the denigration of knowledge and the loss of agency and practice that we have as a people. So I think what some of these projects do is that we value Māori knowledge, and we don't see science as being a Western preserve. That science is a part of everything that we do. It's a part of all Indigenous people's knowledge systems. It's a part of the way in which we generate our knowledge of living in our environments and in healing our environments. So while we have people who are from universities, such as myself, I'm also connected to those places through ancestry, through genealogy. So I'm from there as well. And we're all scientists and we're all researchers. So people bringing in all their different knowledge, whether it's demography, whether it's mātauranga Māori, Māori knowledge, anything that is going to help us to solve these issues, to work on the ecosystem and to heal people and to heal land. So I think those are kind of key features. And in working in these ways, you can see the healing of the land. There's the sort of improvements that you could point to in terms of algal blooms, in terms of taonga species. These are treasured species, the indigenous species of those areas, the regeneration, the revitalisation. And we see changes in people as well, in the optimism, the sense of hope. We see divides being healed within communities when people no longer feel frustrated that they're just watching their land being destroyed, which we've been watching since the beginning of colonisation. So there are multiple things that happen from this, including the way in which people value and are valued in relation to their knowledge and to their actions in these communities. So it's really important that we work from the local communities and then the connections that we make between communities within Aotearoa. We are all closely connected. It's a small country. We learn from each other. We get enthusiasm from each other. We share tools, we share knowledge, and we share learnings. And of course, if you can get every community in a place working together, then you are going to heal that land. And the other important thing in coming to conferences such as this is making broader connections through the Oceania region and more broadly as well with Indigenous people and also with non-Indigenous people who have the aligned and alike philosophy that is evident through eco-health and the theme of this conference. We haven't lost the knowledge, and we haven't just suddenly come to realise that something needs to be done. We've known this since the settlers came to our country. And we could see the relationship that they had with the land and that this was not going to be a healthy thing for the people or for the land. So, we have things happening at government levels, and that's really important, that there's these policies that are enacted at government levels, but it's also really important for people to feel that they have a buy-in and an engagement in what's happening in their environments and communities. They're the people that are there every day. It's their children and their children's children who are going to continue to live in these places. And so that change and that sustainable change is going to come through that agency and that respect within those communities.